Hey everyone, welcome back to Ride Next, your go-to destination for deep dives into the most exciting motorcycles lighting up the adventure world. Today, we've got something truly special lined up, a bike that's set to redefine what middleweight dual-sport motorcycles can do, both on the trail and off the grid. This is the all-new 2025 Honda CRF 750L, and let me tell you, this machine isn't just a step forward for Honda, it's a giant leap in the world of mid-range adventure riding. For years, riders have been asking for a bike that bridges the gap between the legendary CRF 450L and the Africa Twin, something powerful enough to cruise highways, light enough to conquer gnarly trails, and reliable enough to carry you deep into the unknown without hesitation. Well, it looks like Honda's been listening, and now, they've delivered. The 2025 CRF 750L brings Honda's signature reliability and off-road legacy into a modern adventure-ready package, purpose-built for dual-sport enthusiasts who want to go everywhere and do everything on two wheels. It's aggressive, lightweight, and full of the kind of engineering finesse that only Honda can deliver. Let's start with the engine. At the heart of the CRF 750L is a brand new 755cc parallel twin engine at the same Unicam engine platform derived from Honda's Transalp 750, but refined specifically for off-road capability. This engine pumps out around 91 horsepower and 75 Nm of torque, offering an ideal balance of smooth highway cruising and punchy low-end grunt. Whether you're climbing steep fire roads or powering through sand washes, this engine doesn't just perform at thrills. Honda has tuned this engine with a strong focus on mid-range torque, which is exactly where adventure riders live. That means you get usable power at lower revs, without constantly having to downshift to find the juice. And because it's liquid-cooled and fuel-injected, it stays efficient, reliable, and responsive across all riding conditions, from chilly mountain passes to hot desert trails. Paired with a 6-speed transmission and an optional quick-shifter, the gearbox on the CRF 750L feels slick and responsive. For riders who value smooth transitions between gear changes, especially on technical terrain or tight city traffic, the gearbox won't disappoint. And yes, there's also a slipper clutch, which reduces rear wheel chatter during aggressive downshifting, particularly handy when you're trail braking downhill on loose terrain. The chassis on the Spike is all business. Built on a lightweight semi-double cradle frame constructed from high-tensile steel, the CRF 750L feels planted and agile, yet incredibly robust. It carries the geometry of a true enduro machine, a long travel suspension, narrow waistline, and a high ground clearance of about 260 mm, making sure nothing gets in your way when the trail gets tough. The bike's overall weight comes in at approximately 210 kilograms fully fueled, which is impressive considering its adventure-ready setup and twin-cylinder power plant. Up front, you've got fully adjustable Showa 43mm upside-down forks with nearly 250 mm of travel, while at the rear, a Showa Pro-Link monoshock handles the suspension duties. Whether you're jumping logs, crawling over boulders, or just soaking up endless miles of washboard gravel roads, the suspension here is more than capable. The setup is plush enough for comfort but firm enough for spirited off-road performance. Braking is handled by dual 310mm wave-style discs at the front with two piston calipers, and a single 256mm disc at the rear. Honda's dual-channel ABS system is standard, and yes, off-road riders rejoice, it's switchable. That means you can disable rear ABS for better control on loose surfaces, which is essential when sliding into corners or descending steep inclines. Now let's talk design, because the CRF 750L looks like it came straight off the Dakar Rally starting line. The aggressive front end features a rally-style LED headlight setup with integrated daytime running lights, framed by a tall, adjustable windscreen that offers decent protection without obstructing visibility on the trail. The bodywork is slim, angular, and built to take abuse. The red and white color scheme screams classic Honda, with just enough black accents to keep it looking modern and rugged. The fuel tank holds 18 liters, which translates into solid range. Expect over 300 kilometers on a full tank depending on riding style and terrain. That's more than enough for most adventure loops. And with the optional auxiliary tank or pannier setups, you could go even further into the backcountry. Honda's also added a low fuel indicator and real-time fuel consumption monitoring on the LCD dash, keeping you informed every step of the way. Speaking of the dash, the CRF 750L comes equipped with a full-color 5-inch TFT display, which is both glove-friendly and customizable. Riders can toggle between various ride modes including standard, sport, rain, and off-road, each altering throttle response, traction control, and ABS behavior. There's also a custom user mode, where you can fine-tune your settings to match your riding style. Honda's HSTC, or Honda Selectable Torque Control, is here too. This traction control system has multiple levels of intervention, so whether you're cruising pavement or sliding through mud, the bike adapts in real time. Combined with ride-by-wire throttle, it makes for a precise, responsive, and confidence-inspiring ride in all environments. The seat height comes in at around 880 mm, which is tall but manageable for most riders with a bit of experience. The narrow seat and tank junction make it easier to reach the ground than you might expect, and there's an optional low seat for those who need it. The ergonomics are clearly tuned for long days in the saddle. The upright bars, wide bags, and balanced standing posture are perfect for both seated touring and aggressive off-road work. The CRF 750L is also adventure-ready from the get-go. You've got a rear luggage rack standard, mounting points for panniers, a USB-C charging port under the seat, and optional accessories like heated grips, bash plates, center stands, crash bars, and rally navigation towers. Honda is giving riders the freedom to build the CRF 750L into a true long-distance travel bike, or keep it stripped and nimble for technical trail days. In terms of pricing, the 2025 Honda CRF 750L is expected to launch globally with a base price around $10,999, which is incredibly competitive considering the performance and features on offer. In markets like Europe and Australia, the bike will likely come in slightly higher due to taxes and freight, but still within reach of most serious adventure riders. Given what it brings to the table, this price point positions it squarely against bikes like the Yamaha T8 copyright N8 copyright R8 copyright 700, KTM 690 Enduro R, and Aprilia Touareg 660A, but with Honda's legendary build quality and broader dealership support. And here's the real kicker: Honda is reportedly offering the CRF 750L in both the standard and a rally edition. The rally edition bumps things up with longer travel suspension, an extended windscreen, integrated navigation, and a larger tank, designed specifically for hardcore riders who want to hit the trails for weeks at a time. Pricing for the Rally Edition hasn't been officially confirmed yet, but expected to sit somewhere in the $12,500 to $13,000 range. So, who is this bike really for? If you're the kind of rider who wants one machine that can take you from city traffic to mountain trails, from sand dunes to single track, and everywhere in between, the 2025 Honda CRF 750L might just be your new best friend. It's the Swiss Army knife of adventure motorcycles, but with the heart of a race-bred off-roader. What makes it unique is Honda's ability to blend everyday reliability with off-road capability and cutting-edge tech. It's not overcomplicated, not overpowered, and not overpriced. It strikes that rare balance between approachable and advanced, making it perfect for riders upgrading from a 250 or 450, or those downsizing from a full-size adventure behemoth. In a market that's getting more competitive by the day, Honda didn't just throw another dual sport into the ring. They've crafted something that stands out through smart engineering, thoughtful design, and a deep understanding of what real riders actually want. This isn't just a bike, it's a partner in adventure. Thanks for riding along with us on today's episode of Ride Next. If you enjoyed this breakdown of the 2025 Honda CRF 750L, hit that like button, subscribe for more detailed motorcycle content, and drop a comment below telling us where you take this bike first: the mountains, the desert, or maybe a cross-country odyssey. Until next time, keep the throttle steady, the rubber side down, and as always, ride free.